Hey, good morning, friends. Welcome to the J Talk Morning Show. It's great to have you on board with me this morning. Let me know if my volume is too loud or if it needs to come up a little bit louder over the music. The music doesn't fade out like it should on the talks, but it's great to have you on board with me this morning. Hope you're getting up, getting out, and getting at it. And so we're going to get started now, and we're going to continue our discussion we had yesterday about the importance of developing routines in your life, in your day-to-day lives. We're all so busy. We all wear so many hats. I mean, just come back and look at all my videos, either on YouTube or on the J Talk Morning Show Facebook page. And you'll see I wear a different hat every day. I love hats. I love ball caps, and they all mean something to me. And so, but we wear different hats in our personal lives and in our professional lives too. Some of us wear more than one hat in our professional life, right? In our business. If you own your own business, you have a lot of hats. Okay. That's why some people are happy just doing a job for somebody else because they only have one hat to wear. Life is a little bit easier and simpler and not as complicated, right? But in your personal life, you have a lot of hats on. When you leave the work, you're putting on a different hat. And that hat could be the hat of being a husband or a wife. It could be also immediately you got to switch hats. You got to be a mom, or a dad, a grandparent. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're putting on a different hat to go to a different job. Maybe you have another part-time job. Maybe you're trying to develop a business while you're working. So you put that hat on too, your entrepreneur hat. Maybe you're an entertainer like I am, and now you got to take off those other hats and put that hat on, along with some makeup and wigs. Okay. And if you don't know what kind of entertainer I am, okay, when I say makeup and wigs, no, I'm not. I am an Elvis tribute artist. I'll just say that. Okay. So, but there's different hats that you have to wear each and every day in everything that you're doing. What hat are you wearing? And do you have a routine in each of those areas? So yesterday I covered two things yesterday. And this is 8 steps. There's 8 steps, okay? In fact, let me get the title back up there. Boom, boom, boom. There. Okay. And boom, there it is. There it is. 8 steps to a more productive life. Now, we all see all these books out and we see these different seminars. We watch different videos on how to have a better productive life, a more productive life. Well, these are some things that I wrote about, and so I'm going to hit the points with them, little details. But we're going to get started. And before we get started, let's have our Java in the morning. Get that started in the morning. And let's see the comments. Good morning, Miss Catherine. It's good to see you on again, my friend. Please do like and share this video as we are watching it. And folks, if you're watching this on the recording, you can also share this with folks. If you get anything from these J Talk morning shows, share those, because if you're getting something, that means somebody else that you're connected with, chances are that they could gain something from it as well. And we don't always get everything from every video. What we get is sometimes one thing that could be said that really sparks a change, sparks us and inspires us to do something different, to apply what we're learning, to make changes in our lives, and then to share and teach that to others. So ACT, apply, change, teach. Okay, so yesterday I talked about understanding the benefits of routines, right? Like structure and predictability. You kind of know what to expect. It helps to reduce stress if you know what to expect and you can plan for what possibly could potentially happen or occur, or what you want to make happen. The stress is less. And then when all of a sudden it's thrown at you, you know this. If you're going smoothly in your job and suddenly the boss comes and said, "Hey, I need you to take care of all these things," but you're already trying to take care of this other file stack, all right, or whatever. Suddenly the stress level comes up. But if you learn how to expect the unexpected, then you can prepare yourself emotionally and spiritually in how to approach that. And it's not near as stressful. Yeah, there's going to be stress. Listen, we grow and we become stronger only when we are stressed, but we can learn how to handle that stress in a more effective way. It makes us bigger, better. Identifying priorities. That's what I talked about yesterday. Identifying your priorities. Uh, when you know what you need to work on, and there's a priority matrix, and I didn't really go deep on this one here, but part of the setting a priority, identifying your priorities, what matters most, is setting up a system, a standard of developing the priorities. You know, if you got urgent and important, if you're familiar with the Eisenhower matrix, commonly known now as the priority matrix, then you know that there's a quadrant. There's four quadrants: urgent, important, um, non-urgent, important, urgent, not important, and then not urgent, not important. And it categorizes that. And what I've done is I use Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes. Post-it notes are incredible tools to use. In fact, my wife Katrina really turned me on to the Post-it notes. But I used them before, but when she was using them and how I watched her use those to really plan and strategize, it made better sense to me. So I use that, and I put that. What are my tasks for the day? Like today, I've got a lot of things going on. So what am I going to do? I'm going to write them out on Post-it notes, and I'm going to put them in the quadrant, which is urgent and important, which is not urgent, not important. You know, in all four categories. What am I going to do with that? Well, it's going to help me identify within each one of those which one is the one I need to jump on now. And then, even in that, what am I going to do with each step? And so there's a process. You know, I have a process that actually connects with that I created called the 5 Ds. And the 5 Ds is do it, delegate it, dispatch it, delay it, or dump it. Now, I've heard some people say, do it, delegate, dump. I've heard that, but I got to thinking there's more to the process. There are more people you can get involved in making something happen. So do it, delegate, dispatch. And what dispatch means is another word for outsourcing. You're outsourcing to another company. If you have marketing material, but you're not a marketing agency, then you're probably going to outsource that to a marketing agency, maybe graphics designs and, for your merchandise. So that's going to be dispatched out. Then delay it. It could be something that is important, but it's not urgent. So it can be in the delay stack, and then dump it. That's where the not urgent, not important. A lot of times it takes up our space. It takes up our mental space. It takes up our physical space. It takes up our spiritual space. It takes up our intellectual space. These are the things that you want to get rid of, because when you get rid of something, now you have room to focus on the things that do matter. So you got to look at your life, look at what you're doing. What are you doing that is not urgent and not important? And when you identify that, now you can do something about that. You can eliminate it. You can get rid of it. Okay? Okay. 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 All right. So identify the third thing. The third step is setting clear goals. Now, folks, I'm going to go a little long on this one today, not just this step, but on this video today, because I have a little bit more time that I can invest in you this morning and give to you. So this one's going to be a little bit longer than 20 minutes. Okay. It might be 30 minutes, but I'm going to try to keep it within 30 minutes. So setting clear goals. Do you know how to truly create goals? Do you know? I'm surprised, and maybe it's because I've been in this world, this realm, this industry, if you will, in helping people to increase and improve their lives, so they can increase and improve their impact on others. And goal setting is a part of that. Are you setting effective, clear goals? A few weeks ago when I first started doing the J Talk Morning Show, brought it back out of the grave. I talked about the clarity of purpose, You can go back and look at my earlier videos. And, part of it is setting clear and concise goals using the SMART acronym. And I won't go into great detail on that, but using actual SMART, the SMART goals, SMART steps. Once you've identified your priorities, set clear and achievable goals for each area. Break down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps. I'm going to throw this in there, a little insert. Every time you set those small goals, remember I always talk about every single yard until you get to the end zone, right? Well, every time you make a yard, You celebrate. Well, okay, every time you accomplish a small goal that is attached to the bigger goal, celebrate that. You need celebration in your life that lets you feel good about it, lets you feel more confident, lets you even feel more worthy of the goal that you want to achieve. And my friends, we are all worthy. Okay. Setting specific and measurable goals helps to create a sense of direction and purpose, making it easier to develop routines that align with your objectives. The reason it makes it easier because you're getting into the habit of creating goals. If you want to change the way you do things in life, you got to change the way you do things in life. Okay. If you want to change the way you do things, you got to change the way you do things. I like what Wayne Dyer always said. And you've heard me say this before. When you change the way you look at things, then the things you look at begin to change. And then I changed that. I took that and said, the way that you do things, okay, um, how did I say it? Oh, yeah, when you change the way you do things, I had to think about that. When you change the way you do things, then the things you do begin to change. Okay. Wayne talks about our thoughts, our minds, the way we approach things, the perspectives, the paradigms. It matters because you got to think about it before you can get about it, right? You got to think about it before you do it. Okay. You got to think about the process, the ramifications, the results you're looking for, the consequences. You got to look at all those things before you actually do things. But you don't wait to have all the answers to start doing. Too many people are waiting to have all the answers before they start doing. And what happens? They never do. They never do. Then they live with regret when they get older, you know. Okay, so setting clear goals. Number 4, create a daily schedule. Like I said, a lot of times, I'll sit down. I know what I need to do for the next day, especially like today. I know what I need to do, and I will sit down. I'll either write it out, and writing out is a good thing. Remember, I always say on paper on purpose. I'll write it out, but sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I'll think about, okay, well, this is what I want to do. This is what I need to get done. And if you write that stuff out, okay, and here's the thing, don't be discouraged at the end of the day when you look at your list and you realize, oh my gosh, I did not complete everything on my list, because you're never going to complete everything you're going to do on your list in that one day. Why? Because like I said, I think I may have mentioned this yesterday, yesterday's episode. That we overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 5 or 10 years. Right? Well, we overestimate what we can do in a day, and we underestimate what we can do in a week. So don't be discouraged when you look at your list and at the end of the day and you didn't complete everything on that list. That's just the way it is. You have all these things you want to do. Okay, great. Shift what I didn't do today, move it to the next day. And hopefully, unless you have priorities for the next day, then you got to reconfigure your priorities. But it's a constant flow of change and adjustments. Okay. If you're looking for everything to be the same and smooth sailing, you're never going to, quite honestly, you're just not going to achieve any level of greatness. You're going to live in a life of mediocrity and average. And I know you don't want that, and I don't want that for you. I want you to reach for excellence. I want you to reach, and folks, don't confuse excellence with perfection. Okay. I always say, perfect is a place in utopia. Okay. There is no utopian perfect place. But there is the process of perfecting, making better what you have today. And you should be always in the process of perfecting what you do and who you are on a daily basis. Every day, you have to be able to ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? Did I learn more today? And do I know more today than I knew yesterday? Okay. Do I feel better today than I did yesterday? Am I closer to my goal today than I was yesterday? Okay. We should always be on a constant daily flow of self improvement. Okay. So develop those daily schedules. Okay. Developing a daily schedule can be a game changer. Start by blocking out specific time slots for different activities. Allocate time for work, exercise, family, hobbies, relaxation, and personal development. Be realistic about the time required for each task and allow for flexibility when needed, and it will be needed. Okay. Stick to your schedule as much as possible, but also be open to adapting it as circumstances changes. Okay. Set a timeline. In coaching, we have this the schedule. And we're trying to help people with their, manage their priorities in the day. You can't manage time, but you can manage what you do with it. And it's in a 15-minute increment. And we have to log in everything on that 15-minute and say it took 30 minutes. Okay. You fill out 15 minutes, but allocate 15 minutes to what it is you want to achieve. Did you know that if you have things you want to do around the house, but your favorite TV show is on, right? Okay, nowadays you can record that. One, that's an option. Look at your options. You can record that. Okay. Number two, you could jump up in between on the commercials. Okay. If it has jump up, knock some things out, get back. It's a storm. Okay. I'm trying to help you out, folks. Okay. And the third thing is turn the darn thing off. If it's not income producing, it's income reducing. My mentor, Chris Robinson, taught me that a long time ago. If it's not income producing, it's income reducing. Everything you do is probably leading towards gaining better, either financially, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, personally, relationships. Those are your incomes. Now, when I say income, I'm not talking about just financial. I'm talking about income of influence, income of relationships, income of intellectual access and gain. That's income. So are these things income reducing or income producing? You got to ask yourself that. What am I doing? So turn the TV off and jump at it, get at it. But if you just have to watch it, hop up, either record it or hop up on the commercials and go like a Tasmanian devil to knock these things out. You can do that. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you, stop you watching your favorite shows. We have favorite shows. In fact, Wednesday nights are our favorite nights because we love the Chicago series on NBC. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. We're so excited. And then also we love to watch The Voice. Being an entertainer, I'm sitting there judging each entertainer. So is she. It's a kind of a game we play. It's kind of a fun thing. But we take time. We make time for the things that matter and get those things done. Okay. It is 18 minutes into this program right now, so let's go to the next thing. Establish morning and evening routines. So many people get up in the morning and they know exactly what they're going to do. As soon as they jump up, they know who is Mel Robbins. Famous. In fact, this is probably her most famous thing that I can think of. She wrote a book. I forget the name of the book, but and it might be the name of the book that I'm about to say, but she talks about, when you get up in the day, stop putting things off. She's a no nonsense, no BS type of coach and speaker, which is my kind. That's what I love. That's my people. But you say in the morning to get out of bed, instead of just hitting the snooze and going, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. You get up, you go, you give that 5 count and you get up. You're going to feel better about your day. You're going to feel better about yourself because you did something intentional, and that's the first success move you made for the day. Second one, make your bed. Okay. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, and any decision that you want to make, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've been putting it off, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump on it, jump in it, get it done. Okay. But establish these morning routines. Designing morning or evening routines can set the tone for the rest of the day and ensure a peaceful transition into the restful sleep. In the morning, incorporate activities that energize and prepare you for the day ahead, such as exercise, meditation, or planning your task. In the evening, wind down with activities that promote relaxation and rest, such as reading, journaling, or practicing gratitude. Okay, what are some things you can do to unwind? You got to crank it up in the morning, get your day going, then you need to de-escalate, wind down. Okay, so you can get a good night's rest. You got to get a good night's rest, and you can't do that if you haven't unwound. Okay, number 6. Got 2 more after this one. And if you're taking notes, fantastic. If you're not, I've got a blog on this, and I think it's going to be released this morning, come to think of it, on this. And so I wrote on this. You can go to jkgconsultants.com, sign up for our email list. And when the blogs get written, get it in sent straight to your inbox. And what's real cool too is when you open up your inbox and you press and hold, you can select all, and then one of the options is speak. So if you don't have time to read it, you can listen to it. Now it's not going to be in my voice. I'm sorry. Okay, it's going to be in an AI voice more than likely, but um, you can definitely download that and listen to it or read it. So go to jkgconsultants.com. In fact, let me go ahead and put that ticker down at the bottom. There we go. All right. And sign up for the email list, and you'll get the email on the blogs when they're up, when we have programs started up. We don't have a lot going on right now because I've been so focused on one area right now, my entertainment. But we have workshops, we have training, we have coaching, we have all those opportunities. And you can kind of see and kind of just cruise around the website for two things. One, learn more about us, what we do. And number two, check out the amazing work, because I did the website. Okay. I did the website. So, and give me some kudos on that. I'm getting so many emails right now. People say, well, we looked at your website and it looks like it's missing this. Let us help you. Oh, gosh, no, block. Okay. No, but check that out. Get on email list, and you'll get this blog. You'll get so many other things. I may actually, now I'm thinking about it, attach a link so that these can actually be on the website. Yes, probably a drop down that'll take you straight to the YouTube channel. Boom, got it. All right, so always moving, always thinking. Okay, so number six, prioritize your self-care. Take care of yourself. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Dedicate time each day for activities that nourish your mind, your body, and soul. This could include exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, practicing a hobby, or connecting with loved ones. Prioritizing self-care helps to recharge your energy and maintain overall well-being. You got to take care of yourself first, folks, before you can take care of others. This is part of the seven levels of leadership. Number one, you got to lead yourself. Lead yourself well. You have to lead yourself well. Lead yourself first. If you have medical appointments that need to be made, make those medical appointments. I'm making a couple of calls this morning, actually. And fortunately, I have somebody in my life that kind of pushes me. Okay. Katrina pushes me. And she's so right, and the reason is we want more time with each other. And we want more time with our grandbabies and our own babies. And we want more time for friends. We want more time to impact as many lives as we can in the things that we do each and every single day. But if I'm not healthy, if I can't do that, then I'm robbing the world of the best of me. And that's the same with you. If you don't take care of yourself, you're robbing the world of the best of you, and you're robbing your family of the best of you. So what do you need to do? Make sure to get those wellness checks. Number 7, embrace technology and tools. This is another thing that helps us in developing routines in our life, is by using the specific tools that are available to us. There are so many apps I use and I've tried a lot of different apps. In fact, there's some apps I need to just delete because I don't use them anymore, because I found something that worked even better. But connect with people who work all this stuff. I mean, who know these things, knows these tools and apps that help you be successful. I'm part of a group. It's with a guy named Dave Gambrell. He's a fellow John Maxwell leadership team member, but he has daily, sometimes more than once a day, where he comes on, he talks about all these different programs and building your email list. That's a big one. But all these different programs and apps and how they work to build your business, to make your life better, whether it's personally or in your leadership or in your online business, it doesn't matter. He's already done the research. He even has a downloadable book that he updates this information in, but that's an incredible tool. He's kind of already done the work for you. You just got to look through and find out what you're looking for. Boom. I might, maybe I'll put his Facebook link on this in the comments. I think I will. But embrace technology and tools. Listen, I've told people many times. In fact, I think I might do a talk on this in an instruction. But this device right here, which is where I'm reading my notes from my blog. But this device right here, okay, this is a money maker or money breaker. It's one of the most powerful tools that we have. Besides our own mind connected with this, you can do amazing things. You can create a business on the go from anywhere around the world. Anywhere. You can monitor a business you already have from anywhere around the world with this device right here. Okay? There's so many ways. If you say you can't, what you're really saying is you won't. Let's be honest. Let's be truthful. Okay, listen, I'm Jay Goff. I'm your friend. I'm also your no BS coach. If you say you can't, what you're really saying is you won't. Everybody has one. If you're watching me right now and listening, I guarantee you, you're doing it on a device. On a device. How can you turn that into the money maker instead of a money breaker? Okay, how can you do that? So there are all kinds of things you can do. Know the right apps to use. And so some of the apps I use is, and sometimes the apps are actually website links. Like this is on StreamYard. I use StreamYard for all my videos now. I love using StreamYard. It's easy to navigate. I can put everything into it I need, and add links and share it on different platforms. It does everything that I need it to do. And so I use StreamYard. What are some other apps I use? Trello. Trello is a great planning tool. I use Trello. I use Dropbox, GoDaddy. My websites, I do them on GoDaddy. It's easy to build and navigate. 17 Hats is a great scheduling, appointment setup, and as well as keeping track of like receipts or invoices. Calendly, to set up, appointments. Fiverr, if you have something that needs to be built or designed or written, or from ghostwriting to websites to designs, graphic designs, all kinds of things. Fiverr is a great tool. It connects you with people around the world that can do that for you. And I tell you, it's not that expensive at all when you use it. If you use Fiverr, you can get people to build your logo. If you go down to a local marketing or graphics designer, you're going to pay out a ton more. Not to take money from you folks, but let me tell you, you got to work smarter, not harder. There's so many apps, and I won't go through the whole list of apps, but files, OneDrive, put your files and folders in there. So these are some of the apps I use. All right, embrace technology and the tools. Excuse me. Also, remember to set boundaries. Okay, set boundaries to avoid overwhelm in the digital distractions of the world. Set those boundaries. Some people are on these too many. Listen, what I talked about earlier, income reducing, income producing, these can actually decrease your effectiveness, decrease your productivity if you don't use it for the right reasons. If you get stuck in Snapchat, TikTok, Reels on social media, scrolling Facebook. And look, guys, I'm not saying this because I'm all high and mighty. I'm guilty of that. I can sit there and I'll check an update or something, and I'll just start scrolling. The kids will post something, and then I'll start scrolling, and I'll see what everybody else in the world is doing, and I have no reason to do that, just like you don't. And you got to catch yourself and say, is this income reducing or income producing? Is this bringing into me what I need? Right? Or is this reducing my time and effectiveness and my resourcefulness? Is it doing that? So you got to be very cautious in how you use it. All right, and jumping into the final one, the number 8, in developing your routines, be flexible. Be flexible, be adaptable, okay? Be willing to change. Don't be so rigid, okay? Flexibility is vital to truly change and grow. Nothing ever grows without some bending, some stress, and also flexibility. You got to be flexible. Okay. While routines must while routines provide structure, it's important to remain flexible and adaptable. Life itself is unpredictable and circumstances may change. Embrace the ability to adjust your routines when necessary without feeling guilty or discouraged. Allow room for spontaneity and be open to new opportunities that may arise. Don't be so rigid. You want to stick to your plan, but you got to be open for opportunities. How many times have you driven down the road heading from point A to point B, but suddenly you saw a road sign that said, "Hey, check out this landmark or this incredible new diner or whatever," and you take off, you go there, and it may open up another opportunity for you that you would have passed up. In fact, here's what I do know. There are opportunities, hidden opportunities in every opportunity. There are hidden opportunities in every opportunity. If you're building a business, part of your job is to start connecting with people. So if you can stop rather than go through the drive-through and you're traveling, take a few extra moments. Take some time, go inside and actually sit down and eat. You're more likely to meet people, connect with people, even the server that you can serve yourself, help them by being present. So look for opportunities because there are always opportunities within every opportunity that you don't see. All right. So developing routines can be a transformative practice for busy lives. By understanding the benefits, setting clear goals, creating daily schedules, establishing morning and evening routines, prioritizing self-care, utilizing technology, and remaining flexible, you can create and cultivate a more productive and fulfilling life. Implement these 8 steps and gradually, and remember that consistency is the key. Embrace the power of routines and unlock the potential for a more balanced and successful life. All right, my friends. Like I said, this one went long. This one went about 33 minutes so far, and we'll make it a 35er, okay, as we get on out of here. So post in the comments what you learned, what you grew from this video, from this lesson today. Part 1 was yesterday. I covered 2 of the 8. Today, I decided I'm going to jump and I've got the time. I'm going to do all the 6 remaining ones. And tell me your thoughts. Think about each one of those points. What am I doing to be successful? What am I doing to develop a routine that was going to help me in my personal life and my professional endeavors and my entrepreneurship and whatever it is that you want to achieve? What kind of routines are you setting up? What kind of routines? Routines matter. Okay, my friends. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do over the weekend? This is a Friday that we're doing this live video. What are you going to do over the weekend to be more productive in everything that you want to achieve? That's a question you got to ask yourself. How am I going to take these 8 steps to be successful? And like I said, you can read all this in a blog that I wrote on. Go to jkgconsultants.com and sign up for our emails. It'll pop up. You don't have to look for it. It'll pop up. You like that? I come with sound effects. You can go ahead and sign up for our emails. And whenever you do, you will get the blogs. You'll get updates on programs and trainings and workshops and opportunities and anything else we may put on there. But you will not get spammed. Okay, like I always say, the only spam I like is fried on the plate with some good eggs. I promise you, that's the only kind of spam we're going to do. So do that. And what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You got a whole lot to gain, nothing to lose. You can always go back, save them in a file, and go back and refer to them. Okay? So that's what we got for you today. We're going to rock on out of here. Finish up our Java. And I got to get my routine going this morning. I have many things to do and a short time to get there. I love what's his name? One of my favorite country music artists, Jerry Reed. Got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. All right. If you don't know that song, look it up on YouTube. It's one of my favorites. And I can't play it while I'm driving because I will get probably get pulled over because it's one of those incredible songs. All right, my friends, God bless you. I'll see you next time on the J Talk Morning Show. Until then, remember, get up, get out, and get at it.